Welcome in. It's the Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we will catch you up to speed on the latest Baltimore Ravens news and rumors as the Ravens could be in the market for Yannick Ngakoue. Also, could they make a trade for Austin Ekeler? Plus, we have a roster update for you that we'll get to at the end of the show as well, about another potential move. We'll cover all of that and more in a matter of moments. Before we do, folks, we are trying to get to 9,500 subscribers here on the channel, just a little less than 40 away from doing so, 39 to be exact. If you want to be a part of this channel, be a part of our live shows, our daily news and rumors segments, our mailbags, then you need to subscribe for free today. Does not cost you a thing. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. If the Ravens make a move, then we're going to stop whatever we're doing, and we're going to bring you a video as quickly as we can here. We just love talking to the flock about Ravens football. Subscribe now for free today, youtube.com/RavensTV, and you'll be glad you did. We begin today talking about edge rusher Yannick Ngakoue. Could he make a return to the Baltimore Ravens? Well, according to Bleacher Report, they have named Baltimore as a top landing spot for Ngakoue. Could we see a reunion of sorts? Well, let's show you what Bleacher Report had to say. Interestingly, a slew of well-accomplished veteran edges remained on the market in the lead-up to the draft. At a certain point, it became somewhat obvious the gang would have to wait for the draft chips to fall before the natural potential landing spots emerge. So that's how Ngakoue landed in this position. You look at the last 4 seasons for Yannick Ngakoue. He's coming off what was a very solid year last year with 9.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 8 tackles for loss. The year prior in Las Vegas, he had 10 sacks, 8 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles. You go back to 2020, the year that he split time between the Vikings and the Ravens. He was good that year as well with 23 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 4 forced fumbles. And in 2019 with the Jags, 41 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles. He's been a journeyman of some sorts, but what you can say about Yannick Ngakoue is he has been good everywhere he's been. I think the Ravens right now, if they were to take the football field tomorrow, we would say that they would have a top 5 defense in the National Football League. But if they were to add another explosive edge to a player like Yannick Ngakoue, or another one of a few names we'll show you here in just a second, then you're going from really good to great. You're looking at the Ravens all of a sudden having a lethal defense and puts them in a superior class if you can nail one more and get that dominant edge rusher. And there's a couple other options. Not just Yannick Ngakoue is available at this point. You could go towards Jadeveon Clowney, Leonard Floyd, Melvin Ingram, Frank Clark, or maybe even bring back Justin Houston for that matter. And Justin Houston last year was the champion of Father Time. He did not look his age last year. And so whoever it may be, watch out. The Ravens could be in very good shape if they decide to bring in one of these edge rushers here to add to what's already a very good defense with the Baltimore Ravens. So our pinned comment today, you might get an ad break. If so, take advantage of it. Get your votes in. Y for yes, N for no. What do you think? Should the Ravens sign Yannick Ngakoue and bring him back to the Baltimore Ravens? Let me know what you think. Y for yes, N for no. Our pinned comment. While the ads playing, get your votes in. Tell me what you think one way or the other if the Ravens should sign Yannick Ngakoue or not. Y for yes, N for no. That's not the only major rumor on today's show. Bleacher Report has named Baltimore also as a top trade destination for Los Angeles Chargers running back Austin Ekeler. And if you recall with Ekeler, he's in a situation where he wants to get paid. Chargers are not wanting to pay him that money. He put in a trade request hoping to go somewhere where he can find the money he's looking for, right? Well, here's what Bleacher Report had to say about Ekeler. The Los Angeles Chargers did not draft a running back, which could indicate that they're standing pat with Austin Ekeler despite his frustration with his contract. That said, several teams could be interested in a proven, versatile back that didn't enter the running back route in the draft, which could crystallize the market for the soon-to-be 28-year-old Ekeler. Now, you look at the running back room with the Baltimore Ravens right now with J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards and company, and this is a good running back room, right? It's kind of similar to what we talked about with the defense, right? That the Ravens have a really good defense, but they're a player or two away from being an elite, a great defense. The running back room in Baltimore, J.K. Dobbins had a strong finish to 2022. Gus Edwards isn't bad at all. You got a pretty decent room. You add Austin Ekeler, now things get very, very interesting. Running back isn't the highest priority, I think, for the Ravens of their needs, of things that need to be addressed. But Ekeler would certainly make things exciting and would take this offense up another notch, especially with how effective Austin Ekeler is in the receiving game. You look at the numbers of what he did in 2022. 204 carries, 915 rushing yards, and 13 rushing touchdowns. But look what he did in the passing game with 107 receptions. You read that right. Not a typo on the screen. 722 rushing yards and 5 receiving touchdowns. Austin Ekeler is that dude. And we know that the Ravens want to throw the ball a little bit more, that Todd Monken wants to keep the ball moving through the air and how much they've invested in the receiver group. What about a nice safety net in Austin Ekeler? But you do have to pay him, though. What do you think? Here's your chance to weigh in. Should the Ravens trade for Austin Ekeler or not? Type T for trade, type P for pass. Let us know what you think in the comments section. T for trade, P for pass, if the Ravens should make a move for Ekeler or not. Ravens jerseys are available on sale now while supplies last, as we have Zay Flowers' jersey available. Also, some of your favorites like Marcus Williams and Lamar Jackson. We even have Mark Andrews. We throw it back to Ray Lewis, among others. All these jerseys in different colors, as you can see in the purple, the gold, the black, different sizes. We have everybody covered. For every single member of the Ravens flock, you can get your jerseys now while supplies last. Rock out with your flock out and represent your favorite team. Be looking styling and profiling at the same time, too. Chatsports.com/Ravens jersey to get yours today. If you want to represent some of the older guys or some of the newer guys, we got you covered either way. Chatsports.com/Ravens jersey to get yours today. That's chatsports.com/Ravens jersey. And one final note before we wrap up here. The Athletic is reporting that the Ravens had a visit with offensive lineman Sam Mustipher to potentially be the new backup center for the Baltimore Ravens. Now, obviously things are good with Tyler Linderbaum. He is going to be your starting center for many, many years to come, and he was a very good first-round draft pick last year. But you still need a guy to go with the second and third teamers to get their reps in for obvious reasons, right? This could be your possible option. Here's more from the Athletics report. The Ravens continue to look at veteran free agents to fill roster holes. They had former Bears interior offensive lineman Sam Mustipher in for a visit. Mustipher is an Owings Mills native. Ravens looking at backup center options after losing Tristan Colon to the Jets. So there's a possibility for the Ravens to potentially fill that need at the backup center. We'll see if they do so. If they do make a signing here, if they add to that interior of the offensive line, you'll be the first to know about it. We'll break it down here on the program. Before we go, name a player the Ravens should sign. We've talked about a couple different possibilities today, whether it's filling a need at backup center or trying to find a star edge rusher. Who do you think should be a Baltimore Raven in 2023? Here's your chance to weigh in and tell me in the comments section. Give me a name that you'd like to see the Ravens sign this offseason and let me know. Hit me up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Tyler Jones Live. That's where you can find me there when I'm not in this program talking about your Baltimore Ravens on social media. And I'll see you next time here on The Rundown.